What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. We're outside. We're touching grass, but not really because we're on a deck. And I'm joined by, once again, the FLX boys who moved outside.
Change the locations.
Mike's wife making us some fantastic foods. We're like, we're going to go outside
noisy,
and continue
just
the
a
party.
touch noisy.
We got ribs coming up. Like real pasta. Like
Smoked ribs.
Fresh pasta. It's super
Hey-o.
smoked. Dare I say burnt ribs. But either way you look at it, we're reviewing more beers. The beer we have for you today comes from the Other Half Brewing Company, headquartered in Brooklyn, New York. And we actually have a beer from Brooklyn because it's the Black Tab, right? And it is their Citra. This is a part of their Citra week. They released how many different Citra variants?
They released, I want to say, 10, but 8 unique.
That's a lot of Citra beers.
Yeah.
So this is just a straight 7% Citra IPA.
Yeah, it's their old school. I guess it's like the first ever Citra IPA that came out.
Guarantee it didn't look like this when they
No,
first released
no.
it.
Actually, if you go back far enough, like on people's pictures
like an
on
old school American
like Beer
IPA?
Advocate and Untappd, it looks like a old school American.
It makes sense. So yeah, we thought we would do a review. We've been doing a lot of reviews on their channel, only a couple for mine. So Dan, well, I guess it was Mike. Dan and Mike were nice enough to gift this one and do it for my channel.
I'll tell you what, even though we're outside, I can still smell it.
So that has that opaque, like hazy lemon juice type of thing going on.
Oh, big time.
Looks pretty
It looks
fantastic.
great. It looks like a solid
Finger of
hazy
a
IPA.
bright white, creamy looking head. Let's get a nose. Let's do it. Yeah, it smells great.
You know what?
That's Fruit Loops.
There might be a thing to it, but it was told by another friend of the channel, Ridgeopolis.
I'm aware of him.
He said something about being outside just accentuates
Yeah.
that nose.
Okay.
And-
When you said Fruit Loops, there's like you could just throw out a fruit of some sort, and you're just like, yeah, no, that's close. That's close.
Yeah, it smells fantastic.
Pineapple, mango, peach, like stone fruit heavy for me.
And that dirty, danky
Yes.
funk citrus that we...
Like
Just
a lot
hanging on in the background, just
A
holding
lot of you guys
everything
will say,
together.
what is it, the locker room gym
Gym
bag type
locker,
of thing.
gym bag,
Yep.
yeah.
Even comes off a bit berry-esque.
Yeah, I was gonna say berry. I didn't want to sound
Dan.
more stupid than I already am.
Those-
But yeah, berry-esque, like a nondescript red berry type of thing.
It's even though there's a dank in there, it's bright. Or
ha-
is that because we're outside? It's accentuating the brightness.
Indeed.
We touched grass at one point, so that was a positive. Like a slight vegetal hop thing, but like
Little bit of oniony.
Yeah, a little bit of dankness. It smells for 7%. It's 7%, right, on the nose.
I believe so. Yeah.
Sure, let me see. It is exactly 7%.
Yes.
So, and the freshness of this, it's 11 days old. So
Yeah. I bet it tastes.
Super
it's
fresh.
unfortunate that we would get a beer this old, but you know what happens.
It happens.
Anyway,
Let's dive in.
Not much more to say.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. It's nice. Real. Just, it sounds so stupid. And even when I'll do a review and I'll watch it back and I'll be like, Joe, you are a fucking idiot. Like, that's what I'll say to myself as I'm editing it, right? And I'll go, why did you just say such a simplistic thing? Why didn't you break it down? Why didn't you actually, like, get into tasting notes? Because beers like this, they have tasting notes, a lot of them. It's very in-depth, but I just want to kind of sit back and just drink this.
Yeah.
And not really dissect it, but, like, it's such a good 7% IPA.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all it is. If you guys want to talk about actual tasting notes, feel free.
But I think you can, as complex as it is, you can say it's simplistic because
Yes.
it's so just drinkable. It's a citrusy, drinkable, bitter beer.
When you said Fruit Loops earlier, and I remember you did I did it too, but you guys did it in HD, HC, Tadao, or just the Tadao? No, not these nuts. Not yet, anyway. And you talked about Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
I'm getting Fruity Pebbles in this.
Yeah, definitely.
Not Fruit Loops, but Fruity Pebbles.
Yep, I get it too.
It runs the gamut of, like, so many different fruits that I don't know if I could specify. Like pineapple, berry, stone fruits.
Maybe your generic combination because it's just so well balanced in the fruit aspects.
And like the mouthfeel is Other Half. It's not like overly like a daydream or something where it's super smooth, but it has a nice smoothness to it. Slightly creamy. The mouthfeel is like medium, higher side of medium, 7%. A little bigger oomph than you anticipate from a 7% beer.
But a pleasant carbonation to kind of break everything up.
Yeah, a little spritzy on the tongue. Like up front, you get that spritzy carbonation, then it smooths out on the back of the palate, makes it so easy to drink. Then there's a little bit of that gym bag thing you're talking about, like the dirty lager.
Yeah, the herbaceous kind of thing.
Yep.
And the floral almost has like a sort of mint. Slightly mint.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see that to some
Like a
degree.
cooling aspect
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
a mint or something. Yeah.
I like that to me, when I take a sip of it first, like I get like a real nice sweetness. By the back of the palate, it has like this mild to moderate bitterness. It dries out a decent amount, so it makes me go back for more. And when I go back for more, it's fucking delicious. Again, over and over. So
This is a beer that I'll just sit there with a can and just like stare at the sky and just like
we've reviewed.
This is where it's at.
We've reviewed probably like a dozen beers today, maybe a little more over the course of a lot of hours. But we've done a lot of beers, and this is very reminiscent to me of those 6.5 and 6.6 Holmes beers we did, where for 7%, very flavorful. I want a 4-pack of this. I could drink a couple, 2, 3 of them. It wouldn't fatigue the palate, and like you said, just sit back and like right now, it's what, like almost 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
sun's starting to go down. Like sit back with a couple cans of this and just enjoy it on your deck. And it's kind of what we're doing right now, except for we're reviewing it like fucking nerds.
Because we just gotta talk about it.
We do, but I think a beer like this,
It's fantastic.
it needs to be talked about. So
yeah, I agree.
ratings, or anything else you guys want to talk about? Feel free.
Dan, the other half guru.
Yeah,
anything about this OG?
Dan has checked in
Citra,
somewhere around 7,032 other
and
half
they've only
beers.
brewed 6,000.
Yeah, so I figure that out.
It's the math.
no, I mean,
Can't stare me down like,
logistics.
what are we supposed to do here?
Dude,
It's like,
I
we're
just-
serving beers.
honestly, out of all the Citra week beers, this is the one I went back to the brewery to buy another 4-pack of.
And that makes complete sense.
It's just because it takes you back.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a no nonsense, all Citra, but it's a nice crop of that just funky, dank citrus with that huge burst of just citrus and
the fruity
tropical
pebbles thing,
berry.
like
Yeah,
it's like someone could come in and be like, I get these 6 fruits, and I'd be like, I can't deny
Can't
what
argue
you're
with
saying. I
it.
can't argue with it at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Like what you're saying is true. It just has that complexity and depth of fruit that nobody's wrong.
And
Even if somebody is wrong, I wouldn't tell you.
somebody's wrong.
I will throw in there, being 11 days old,
This drink's pretty
It drinks extremely
I
well.
cannot wait for a couple weeks to see what happens.
But especially a lot of times when you drink a beer, a week and a half old, sometimes they can be very harsh. This is not in the least.
No.
This is prime drinking, but like you said, maybe even in another couple weeks, it might be absolutely fantastic. I don't know. How much do they are? Rank it, Dan.
4-4.
It's gonna go 4-5.
4 or 5. It's on the level, like I said, of those Holmes beers that we gave. Pretty much same score.
fantastic.
I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but for me, any beer that's sub 7%, that's a hop forward beer, and drinks like this, like it should be in that 4-4 higher range.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's a beer that, like you did, went back to the brewery and bought a 4-pack. So.
When you get a brewery like Other Half that knows what to do with hops and it makes quality beer, this is what you get.
Citra. So if you guys see this at any point, this was Citra week. I don't know if this will make distro at all.
You know what? I want to say
a nice
it might make like halftime beverage.
Okay.
They're getting a lot of that.
So if you see that, grab it. There's no reason not to.
And for a lot of people, they were able to order and get it shipped a mixed pack of all the Citra
Yeah,
beers.
because that's the thing about. So price and availability. What was price point on that for 4-pack?
That I want to say
18?
it was 18.
Yeah, 18 makes sense.
Yeah.
And then availability, like he was saying, there's 15 different states, 12 to 15 different states that Other Half.
Yeah, they
ships
just
to now.
opened up to like 3 more states, Florida being one of them.
That's
so that's
crazy. So if
Florida,
if you ever want Other Half stuff, and they're getting distro everywhere, if you ever want Other Half stuff, just look on their website whenever they're released. If you're in one of the states, you can get mixed cases sent to you. You can buy 4-packs, the whole 9. It's worth it because they make delicious beer, even with their distro. A lot of people be like, "Oh, they've fallen off because now you can get them in a third of the U.S." No, they haven't.
No.
They still make delicious beer. So, thanks to Dan and Mike for sharing this one with me. Thanks everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Dan, Mike, FLX, go check out the channel. Deserve more subs, more love, and until the next one. Cheers.
Whatever that was.